Hey, this is Jared with Carbon Digital, and today we're talking about Agent First Draft and how to leverage the social media content that you receive. So, first, let's dive in and see what type of content you're getting. So, here, if you order the full package, you're going to get regular website content, SEO research, and then social content. So the first type of content is text with an image. And so these are structured this way and for a very specific purpose, and I'll show you why. So here's the first one, and this is an image post. So we'll open that up. You'll see exactly what you're getting. So you're going to get a social media post that looks similar to this. You have your title, you have your heading for the post type, what platforms to post on. Then you have your post content, which in this one, at the very end, I can see it says CTA, so I'm just going to delete that. But after that, then you get a condensed post for smaller platforms. Then you get a collection of hashtags. Sometimes this first one here is going to be your actual brand. Sometimes it says like your brand name here. So you need to check this to make sure it actually says your company name. But beyond that, the rest of these are pretty solid. And then lastly, we have the Leonardo or the Midjourney image prompt. And so this is what we're going to copy and paste and create our images from. So let's go ahead and walk through what an image post looks like. Or you already have all the information there, you just copy and paste it. So in Midjourney here, I like to start by going to organize because I like organizing things. I have folders and whatnot. So for this one, I'll just throw it in this folder. All you need to do is paste that content here and hit enter. That's it. That's the only thing you need to do because we're giving you the exact prompt that you need to use to create your imagery. Now, if what you get sucks, then you might have to tweak it. If you don't like what you get, or if you don't feel like it matches the content, then try again. You can recreate these. You can. Where's the one that I'm looking for? You can upscale. You can vary. You can. If you go back to the create page, you can just say do this again right here on the create page. Rerun or use the text so you can modify it. All of that is available, right? But these are the four that we got. And if you don't want to decide now, for instance, let's say you're going through and doing all of these and prepping them and getting the images ready, that's fine. But here under organize, if you highlight these four, right click, down here, there's a button, download. There it goes. Sorry, I got my Loom thing is in the way. So that's going to download a zip file, right? So let's go get that zip file right there, Midjourney, boom. Okay. And that's going to be 4 images. So then we can clean up this a little bit. So then you have your post content and then 4 images to choose from. If you're going to do creating all the images in bulk and you want to make decisions later, that's the way you would do that. The thing that I do now is a lot simpler. I just look at what's provided and I decide which one of these looks like the best. And realistically, this first one, second one, or fourth one, any one of those could be the answer. So I'm going to go with this fourth one and then just save image. And so that's going to download that one image. And then I just drop that one image in, and now I can roll out to the next one with the quickness. That's going to be a whole lot faster than trying to download these. And as you go through them, you're going to create 4 images each time. It's going to become a lot, and you have to make decisions really quick. I went through and scheduled about 100 posts in the past week, and when you hit that rhythm of scheduling, you're just rapid firing. And I've gotten mine to the point where I don't even put the images here in the folder anymore. I just go directly from creating the image to posting the content, and I can show you what that looks like in a minute. But yeah, that is what that looks like. And so I will come back to you. All right. So then we have this video script, and that has the same structure. But on this side, we're not getting the prompt, and that's because this midsection here, that is our script. And it might sound crazy, like, why don't we have those too? We're not generating images. We're leveraging our script to actually create the post for us. And so before I go posting, one of the things that I do is I clean this up. I do like this and leave that there and save. And the reason I do that is because sometimes when you're posting on these platforms, the text from here will be immediately under the title, and sometimes you want a separation there, and so that's how I create my separation. For these though, I just leave them in, and I'll show what that looks like in a little bit. But for creating videos, sorry, let me back up. Midjourney costs about $10 a month, so there is a cost with that, but it's so worth it. Definitely. That's become a game changer for us, leveraging tools like Midjourney. So you definitely want to invest in that, because this is easily going to change your stars, so to speak. So there's Midjourney. Next up, we have v0.15.0. So this creates what's called a faceless reel. And so these are videos and reels that they go through the content, but you don't have to show your face. And so for this, the cost for this is currently $20 a month, and you can do about 30 videos with it. So that's going to cover you about one per day, which is pretty good. But to use this tool, I'm going to show you what it looks like. We're going to go to Faceless Shorts, and here's what you're going to see. So from here, all you need to do is get this title and paste that into the project title. That way you have a correlation to what you're doing. So you can do these, create a lot of them at once and then come back. Then we take our video script, copy, and paste it in here. So we're going to switch to script and then paste in our script. Then from there, we're going to select a narrator. I like the 2 girls that are here, Rachel and Kayla. I like theirs. A lot of the guys are kind of weird. Those are the 2 that I use, and it works fine. Then you need to select a style. So pick a style that matches your brand. If we're talking business though, like home services type stuff, either natural or cinematic is going to be the answer most of the time. Unless you have a brand that goes outside of the norm, then those are the 2 that I would suggest. I flip back and forth between these 2. I like cinematic the most. I prefer it, but sometimes it goes off the rails, so I'll come back and do natural. But I mix those 2 in pretty healthily. And then you just click this big generate button and it'll walk you through the process. The next screen is where you can customize the output. So this right here is a pretty important piece. Right here under the script, it tells you what your projected time is like. And so the target that I shoot for is under 60 seconds. I don't go over 60 seconds with this tool because I want my reels to have the most visibility. Anything 40 to 60 seconds is perfect. Anything under 30 is a waste of time. So don't even worry about those. But yeah, this is what we're expecting to see. So, depending on the timbre and speed of how the narrator reads, that could change this. But this is what you should be getting. And so once you go through and create all of that, you can download the video that's generated. It's really easy. It's nothing to stress over. So that is how I create these faceless reels. And so I do this for all of this video content. In this last one, I've got I got 154 text posts and 71 social posts. And that's off of one run. Now, it's not going to be that awesome every time. I ran one for an insurance guy, and he got 39 and 39 off of one run. So that means for him, because his industry is so specialized and niche, I would need to run it a few times to get him a large volume of content. But because I'm doing digital marketing, it's easy to get content for that. So those things are going to vary, but nonetheless, it's still pretty awesome. And then finally, we have this other topics document. So this document it's segregated by your service, and it covers other topics that were discarded or not used. And then it has their score on here and the type of post that would be best for this type of content. So you can leverage all of these. I think we have 13 pages in here of other content that is going to be lower quality than what we actually generated for, but it's still going to be good. Like if you can leverage ChatGPT to actually build out content based off of a title, then there's another few hundred posts right there on top of that. So this is really awesome, and it's all going to be sorted by service. So you can cherry pick what you want out of this, right? So super awesome. I love it. When it comes to actually recording content, you can actually use these video scripts and record a video of yourself reading these, and that's going to be awesome. The thing that I do is I use this video script for faceless reels, like we went through here, but then I will go back and get blog post content, and I will record myself reading the blog. That's right, you said it. And if you think I'm kidding, here's the folder I've been working off of, content blog. Where's it at? I think I did web design. Yep. I recorded 2 videos yesterday doing exactly this, right? And the way that I recorded them was through a tool called Riverside. And so this tool has a desktop app, it has a mobile app, and it has this web app here. So it's cross-platform. That's what that means. So I can go record content on my phone wherever. And these videos here are other videos of me doing exactly this, where I used my phone to record the content. And then I got my battery fixed in my laptop, and now I can put my laptop in front of me for these other two. So that's exactly what I did. I recorded from my phone. It showed up here in the app. Download from here. Come over here to Opus Clip. People are going to be haters and whatnot, but it's still a pretty badass tool. Come into Opus Clip, upload the video, and get reels, right? So here's one I did off my phone. Look at this. This is where I actually got that ranking idea from, was from Opus Clip. But it's created all these reels. They don't do anything below 60, and I use 70 as my metric. But still, Opus Clip created all these reels from those videos. And these I decided to schedule, which is pretty cool. But you can also download them and manually schedule them yourself, which is phenomenal, right? So when it comes to actually posting, you can go into each platform and post individually, and that's going to work. Or you could leverage tools to post for you, and that may or may not work to your benefit. The thing that I do a mixture. Sometimes I'll post reels from Opus Clip if I'm feeling lazy or pressured to get it out. That's what I'll do, but that's not what I always do. But for all of my text with image posts, I used to do them individually on per platform, and that's fine. It works. The thing that really sold me on moving back to this tool, which this is called Socialmonials. This is just a content scheduling tool, nothing fancy. But this one allows me to block time. And that's the reason I moved back to using this tool, is because I have video posts with the desired platforms already set up at specific times. And I'm basically using 06, 6 a.m., 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 2 p.m., 4 p.m., 6 p.m., and 8 p.m. So that window every 2 hours is when I have opted to post. The thing that I have done here is I have video posts at 6 a.m., 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. every day. And then I mix in 2 image posts. This one's at 8 a.m., this one's at 4 p.m., and then over here on the next day, this one's at noon and 8 p.m. So those are offset every other day, have a different schedule, but I'm still hitting 4 videos a day. So, and you can also see the platforms that I'm posting on. For a video platform, I'm doing X, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and YouTube. And then for an image, I'm just doing X, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Threads. And because I'm scheduling content through here, it's just going to go into a queue. So here's my queue. And all of this is prepared content that is ready to go. I've scheduled all of this. So those are all the images that are queued up for the next 2 weeks. And then I have to go back and do the videos for the next couple of weeks too. So I can take an hour a day to record a blog post, create clips, reels from that blog post, and then schedule all of those videos. I can do all of that in an hour every day. So out of here, or out of Opus, here I'm getting to, there's 6 per line. So that's roughly 12. I'm getting roughly 10 or so videos, 10 to 12 per blog post. So that's going to cover like 2 or 3 days worth of reels, posting 4 times a day. And that is where you're going to hit the numbers. Okay. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So this is my current, this is live right now on what's happening on my my Facebook and Instagram accounts. Now I've only been posting for like 2 weeks, and you can see it went from nothing to all of this chaos, right? This is what's happening on Facebook right now. And then this is what's happening on Instagram right now. It's insane, right? This strategy is what gets this here. So that is why I'm telling you to do it this way. Next up, we have TikTok. This is a brand new account that I created. Last 28 days, 1,400 plus 1,400 views. Now I have profile views and likes and comments. So that's continuing to go up. Yes, there are spikes and it goes up and down, but it's still climbing. Every time I pull this up, the numbers are higher. That's why I keep posting. And then finally, the mothership, we have YouTube. Every time I pull this up, the numbers are higher. I'm up to 120 subscribers. I'm putting out 11 plus hours of actual watch time. I've gotten 5,800 views right there. Typically 250 to 320 per month. So that's the 100 plus videos I've done before the past 2 weeks. Over the course of the past decade, get me about 300 views a month. And right now I'm looking at 5,800 since August 10th. So in the past 17 days, I've gotten 5,800 views. And that is exactly what I'm talking about. The numbers keep climbing, they keep going up, and that's why we keep saying, do it this way. So if you follow exactly what's here in the video, you should expect similar results. Different agencies, different niches and industries are going to respond differently. But overall, this is the type of thing you should expect. So I hope that works for you guys. I hope that you can take this content and go out there and crush it like you should. And, let's see if we can't change our stars for all of us. That's the idea, right? It's the inverse of Hunger Games, right? Just, Katniss says, when you burn, we burn with, or when we burn, you burn too, right? So we're growing, so we want you to grow. Very simple. So that's why we have all of this, is so that everyone can grow together. And it's pretty amazing. So we hope you guys love it. If you guys have any other questions, comments, concerns, complaints, send them. We'll do what we can to help. In the meantime, go grow them social channels. All right. Take it easy.